Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga.
Able, tayo po'y tumindig and please remove your caps for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem followed by the opening prayer.
Mga kababayan,
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Liga ng bayan to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob, MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to, liga ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Liga ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob, MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to, liga ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Liga ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob, MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to, liga ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Liga ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob, MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to, liga ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Yeah, ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Yeah, ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Liga ng bayan na to.
Here we are standing at the land of the heroes and the cradle of bravery in Cavite City, about to witness history as 3 teams from the Premier Youth Basketball League in the country's 3 divisions would try to be crowned the first ever national champions of the Extreme Gaming Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. We are live from the Montano Hall, and for our first game today, we feature Game 2 of the best of 3 18-under national finals between the North Division champions Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith and South Division champions Davao Red Cubs. And again, we have 3 games for our afternoon and evening. First one is the 18-under national final, second one is the 16-under, and the third and the last is the 14-under national finals. So good afternoon, everyone. The name is Cho Pangilinan calling the action with Coach Noy Africa and with our courtside reporter, Miss Daphne Cristobal. Coach, if watching these 2 teams have proved to us anything, it's that we're always in store for some basketball action with these 2.
Yeah, that's right. And if Game 1 is any indication, a double overtime win for Mandaluyong, this will be, we're gonna have a humdinger of a ball game here in Game 2.
Yes, since Coach na-mention mo na, no, balikan natin ang nerve-wracking double overtime Game 1 kung saan nanalo ang Davao just by 2 points.
Yeah, that's right. And in that ball game, you know, despite being out-rebounded 58-51, itong Mandaluyong just really scrapping of those 51 rebounds, 17 were off offensive boards, and the second chance points very close, 14-11. But the story of the game, Mandaluyong being able to convert 15, being able to convert the 24 turnovers of Davao into 27 points of turnovers, and in the end, you know, just really gutting it out and pulling off that 2-point win in double overtime.
And in relation to that really thrilling Game 1, let's now talk about the outstanding players who performed in that said matchup.
That's right. And let's start first with the team that lost that game. MJ Vailos is still coming up with a very good performance, finishing with 17 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists, and 4 steals. And I feel like, he did his job, and it's probably time for one of his teammates to try and carry this team to extend this series to Game 3. And, going to the side of Mandaluyong, you got Benedict Gaitos, who just really stepped up in this ball game. He averages 6 points, but in Game 1 of the National Finals, finished with 15 points, 4 rebounds, and a block in 43 total minutes. So really just stepping up for Mandaluyong and looking to close out this series with a win in Game 2.
And now let's move on to the swingman marquee matchup. You've already mentioned the first one. First, we have MJ Vailoses, the lion amongst Cubs, and the MVP, Russell Bayani.
That's right. MJ Vailoses really just, just a very consistent player for Davao. He's averaging 15 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals per game, just doing everything for the voice of Coach Miko Roldan. While Russell Bayani, of course, the 18 and under season MVP, averages 16 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and nearly 2 steals per game. Really a beacon of consistency for Coach Jay Cruz.
And for sure, both teams are expecting their respective players to perform for their teams. But let's waste no time further. Let's turn it over to our venue announcer.
Let's begin the excitement, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Game 2 of the best of 3 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL 18 Under National Finals here at Montano Hall, Cavite City by Extreme Gaming. Junior Mandaluyong Michael Smith take 1-0 series lead over the Davao Red Cubs. Now let's meet the players. First, the 18 under North Division champions, Junior Mandaluyong Michael Smith. Number 1, Sian Golyoso. 2, Francis Punsalan. 6, Jebi Hinogin. 14, Joshua Orbanya. 18, Rosfer Palad. 20, Carlos Cantorna. 22, Miguel Casera. 26, Maurice Teodoro. 30, Earl Año Nuevo. 'And the Junior MPBL 18 under MVP, number 72, Russell Bayani. Now the starting 5 at point guard, number 11, Andre Herrera. Coming in at center, number 25, James Tabinas. At forward number 13, Robert Monteroso. The other forward number 7, Benedict Gaitos. To guard number 5, David Cruz. The junior Mandaluyong Micros meet is led by Jay Cruz. His assistants are Hener Lahoy, Michael Pere, Edward Bacason, and Kokoy Reyes. Coaching consultant is Mark Herrera. Ladies and gentlemen, the 18 under North Division champions, Junior Mandaluyong Micros meet. Here comes the 18 under South Division champions, Davao Red Cubs. Number 2, Juris San Juan. Number 4, Lawrence Mandelano. Nine, Joaquin Wagan. Ten, Jack Homalesa. 16, Vincent Mondigo. 27, Zubair Sahali. 30, Francis Doliente. 'Now the starters at guard number 25, Lawrence Patungbakal. At forward number 1, MJ Vailoses. Power forward number 3, Marky Winters. Starting at guard number 8, Kirk Cañete. Starting at center, number 17, Nicolas Lorenzo. The head coach is Miko Roldan. His assistants are Ralph Rivera, Francis Cruz, Ed Bondok, and Aldrin Lunas. Ladies and gentlemen, the 18 under South Division champions, Davao Red Cubs. Now both the teams at the center court for the pre-game handshake. The game officials are Von Racho, Dong Ramos, and Erwin Canosa. Alternate referees are Nino Perez, Paul Lobaton, Raymond Madera, Joseph Cleopas, John Mahinay, and Justin Santos. Will they end to take the crown or extend for another one? Junior Mandaluyong Microsmith Davao Red Cubs 18 under national finals.
For the starters, for your Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith 18 under, it's number 5 David Cruz, number 7 Benedict Gaitos, number 11 Andre Herrera, number 13 Robert Monteroso, and number 25 James Tapinas. And the starters for your Davao Red Cubs 18 under, it's MJ Vailoses, Almarlon Winters, Kirk Cañete, Nicolas Lorenzo, and Lawrence Batong Bacal as Kirk Cañete scores the first bucket of this ball game.
That's just a great tip there. At the jump ball, pretty much an assist there. Cañete scoring the first basket for Davao.
Herrera for 3, that won't go. Kuha ni Winters. Hands it off to Kirk Cañete as they will take their time.
Interesting to see for Mandaluyong, David Cruz starting for them.
Almost a swipe away. Cañete mid-range jumper, that won't go. Both teams wrestling for it. Vailoses ends up with the leather and will score 2. However, a quick whistle by our officials in that play.
I think they're calling a double foul on Cruz in Batong Bacal. But once again, the Davao Red Cubs off to a good start. Back-to-back baskets for a 4-0 lead. And if you remember in game 1, they started off like a house on fire, building a quick double-digit advantage. I think like 15 to 18-0. You know, I was talking to Coach Ralph Rivera earlier. He felt like it was really overconfidence on the part of the Davao City Red Cubs. And after that very strong start, they felt like they already had the game in the bag, but Mandaluyong just had other plans.
And now here comes Mandaluyong. Andre Herrera, where will he go? Almost lost it. Tabinas gives it to Gaitos. They will take their time. High screen. Gaitos to Herrera. David Cruz in that right wing. Another pass. Tabinas, tough shot. Overshoots it. However, is recovered that time by Monteroso. Now here comes Cruz. Tough shot. Won't go for David. Tabinas with the board. Another chance. Will finally put it in. First bucket for Mandaluyong.
Once again, the offensive rebounding starting to hurt the Davao Red Cubs. In game 1, Monteroso scored a lot of points off those offensive rebounds.
That won't go for Lorenzo as he tried to body Tabinas inside. Monteroso no good on that breakaway. Trying to battle for the basketball, but a whistle by our officials.
They're calling the foul on MJ Vailoses that time, and yet again it's Monteroso with another offensive rebound in game 1. Came out of nowhere to finish with 16 points and 15 rebounds, 6 of which coming off the offensive glass.
So one early foul for MJ Vailoses and for David Cruz as Santos will fire. That won't go. MJ tried to get it and will succeed. Gives it to Kirk. Cañete takes it outside. And another whistle underneath the basket once again. We have yet to confirm what really transpired in that play, as it was between Gaitos and I believe Winters. Here's a replay. It was off the ball as we saw Gaitos, and MJ Vailoses going at it.
It seems like, earlier it was really just entanglement of arms, but one thing led to another, and we'll just wait for the call of the referees. You see there Vailoses and Gaitos off ball.
So let's take another look on what really happened, just to be sure, as requested by our technical team. So again, Kirk Cañete was with the ball, but the action happened between Vailoses and Gaitos. So we are still waiting for a decision, a final decision for our referees. So it's a little bit unclear in that, but that will ultimately depend on what our officials will have to say. Another look. It seemed like Vailoses had a bit of a shove in that late time. However, we are still not really sure. So again, just like what Coach Noy said, it was an entanglement, but Vailoses clearly did not like that.
So we're gonna look at that replay one more time. I think nothing intentional. It's just that you're hitting above the head, above the shoulders. That's why we're checking for anything, but I don't see anything intentional for both players.
Yeah, definitely. Gaitos was just really trying to defend MJ, but again, a little bit of entanglement there in the painted area. So our technical head, along with our referees, are talking it out.
And of course, we're already in game 2, so you don't want to be missing the proper calls here.
As early as just over 2 minutes passing by in our ball game. And our referees really taking their time to really review what happened. But again, ultimately, there is no intention in that one. So let's see what our referees will have to say. It's currently 4-2, under 8 minutes remaining. Still very early in this ball game.
Well, you like how our referees, it's taking some time, a little delay in the game, but when you have the
It was an offensive foul on number 1, MJ Vailoses is second. Unsportsmanlike foul on number 7, Benedict Gaitos. Benedict Gaitos has to sit on the bench for 3 minutes.
So like what we've heard from our venue announcer, it'll be a foul call on MJ Vailoses, his second, and Benedict Gaitos will be called for unsportsmanlike foul. So he will have to sit out just for 3 minutes though, but still another key contributor for his squad.
Yeah, but more than anything, I think the referees had to call an unsportsmanlike foul for the hit above the shoulder, unintentional or not. They've been very consistent all tournament long about protecting the players. So it's going to be an offensive foul on MJ Vailoses, but they call an unsportsmanlike foul on Gaitos of Mandaluyong.
If you're gonna ask me, I think it's just a fair decision because itong si MJ, he will have to also to sit since he has 2 fouls. So both teams really sat down Gaitos itong si Vailoses, but another whistle by our officials. But just a clear up, nothing serious. As it'll be Doliente, that sideline inbound.
Of course, we're gonna expect a lot of physicality here in game 2. Not the dirty kind, it's just really, both teams will try to be very physical with each other, especially since we're already in the 18 and under division. So you don't expect both teams to just be walking into the lane for easy baskets.
So again, it's Doliente, sideline inbound after a whistle, that time drawn by Almarlon Winters. Lorenzo against Tabinas, backing down. Bodies his way inside. No good on that putback. Rebound by James.
That's actually what you want to see from Dre Lorenzo, using his bulk underneath. He's usually just content spotting up from the outside.
And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Davao, so it's Palad. Sideline inbound. Where will he go to? Gives it to David. Cruz being smothered, being harassed here by Doliente. However, he will step on the line, will cause a turnover. Another whistle. I believe a technical foul called on Mandaluyong head coach Jay Cruz. So it's confirmed. A technical foul, that'll mean a free throw here. This time for Dre Lorenzo.
But on the last play, the Davao City Red Cubs just closing that baseline on David Cruz, forcing him to go out of bounds. And he felt like he was being pushed, but the referee said that contact go.
So it's now 6-2. So far a 4-point lead only by Davao. 6 minutes 30 remaining in this first quarter. As Batong Bakal able to cross half court against David Cruz. Where will he go? Takes it inside, finds an opening for two.
Great fake pass there for Batong Bakal, just opened up the lane for him.
Monterroso to Andre. Herrera, where will he go? A ghost screen from Tabinas. Back to Andre on that handoff. Crazy floater, that won't go. Even crazier rebound by Lawrence Batong Bakal. Doliente off that pass. Gives it back to Batong Bakal. Great passing by the Red Cubs. However, a traveling violation called on Winters.
That's good defense there for Monterroso, despite being undersized against Marky Winters, able to force that turnover. And so right now we're seeing the bench mob of Mandaluyong checking in. Hinogin, you got Golyoso, and you know the points are gonna start coming for Mandaluyong.
Golyoso against Cañete. Hinogin has the ball, gives it out. Golyoso once more, takes it inside, greatly defended by Lorenzo. Cañete forward pass. Doliente, no fear, does not get that to go. Forward pass, this time Mandaluyong able to convert for two.
And if you're Davao City Red Cubs, you do not want itong Mandaluyong to get those easy points. You're taking away from your advantage of height whenever you let the Mandaluyong junior Michael Smith play with a lot of pace.
Doliente thought about that three, takes it inside instead, will get it off that lucky bounce.
Jose Francis Doliente could be a barometer here for the Davao City Red Cubs. Only produced 7 in game 1. And you know, the ability for him to hit the long ball could be a factor here. He's averaging 12 points per game, and 7 points is not just gonna be enough.
It's Hinogin getting fouled on his fearless drive to the basket. So will be awarded with 2 free throws. Again, Davao up here just by 6. Makes that just a 5-point lead, a chance to cut it to 4. 4 minutes and 25 remaining in this first quarter.
And just imagine having a guy like Jevi Hinogin coming off the bench for you. He's averaging 17 points off the bench for Coach Jay Cruz.
Cañete to Doliente. Another attack inside by Doliente. That won't go. Offensive rebound. That was intended for Juris San Juan, but swiped away by Monterroso as he will convert once more on the other side.
Excellent protection of the basketball right there for Monterroso, not allowing the blocker an opportunity to block his shot.
Juris San Juan hands it off to Doliente, now to Lorenzo. Takes the shot. That is short. Batong Bakal try to save it, but it will go with Mandaluyong.
Well, Dre Lorenzo starting to settle for those outside shots again, really just taking away his advantage of height and heft over itong si Tabinas.
Now here comes Golioso bringing down the ball against Joaquin Wagan. A screen from Tabinas, gives it to Jevi. Great passing here by Mandaluyong. Golioso to the other side. Monterroso gets that to go with a hand on his face.
Monterroso continuing his game 1 brilliance now with 4 points to go with 2 rebounds for Mandaluyong.
Batong Bakal takes it to the rim. Will draw a foul against Russell Bayani, I believe.
I like how Russell Bayani can switch out to the guards of Davao. However, that time was gave up a foul on Batong Bakal.
So 2 free throws awarded here for Lawrence Batong Bakal as Coach Miko and Coach Ralph calls their boys. Erlagion Nuevo coming in for James Tabinas. His first one is no good for Lawrence.
And Nuevo hit some crucial free throws in game 1, especially in the overtime period to give Mandaluyong that victory. And right now he will need to help contain the bigs of the Davao City Red Cubs.
And another foul drawn here, this time by Vincent Mondigo. As another 2 chances on the line will be given to Davao. Now they are just up by 1. Less than 3 minutes remaining in this first one, still no good for the Davao Red Cubs. Second one on the way. Still no good. 4 free throws fumbled by the Red Cubs. Golioso has the ball. Hinogin takes it inside. Opted for that fake. That won't go. Golioso sends it to Bayani underneath against San Juan and Doliente. Or Mondigo rather. But this time a shot won't go. Put back by Monterroso. 6 points for him.
Another offensive rebound for Monterroso. If I'm not mistaken, that's already 2 for him, and we're only in the first quarter.
That won't go for Doliente. As another whistle by our officials, that'll be another foul.
So both teams now in the penalty, so that's going to mean free throws for Mandaluyong, but for Francis Doliente, he's quite struggling here, but he's trying to be very aggressive, attacking that paint, just not getting too much from it. Only a total of 2 points for him.
First one is no good for Jevi Hinogin, as expect a lot of stoppage in the next 2 minutes, since again both teams are on the penalty. Second one is good for Hinogin. And another interaction between our officials and the head coach, but all seems to be good as Cantorna enters for Mandaluyong.
And subbing in for Cantorna, for Hinogin. Cantorna in game 1 finishing with 10 points. What a pass there.
And Vincent Mondigo able to convert off that great pass. Intercepted. Joaquin Wagan nowhere to go. And a foul called on Russell Bayani. His second foul just this first quarter.
And that's going to give Wagan 2 free throws here. And Russell Bayani so far has not, he checked in off the bench, and in less than 3 minutes of play will be called for his second personal foul.
Joaquin Wagan will fumble the first free throw as Davao is struggling with their shots.
Currently at 2 out of 8 from the free throw line And I think the drums are distracting the Red Cubs.
And they should get used to that since they are they will really hear a lot of drums in their upcoming tournament. As Monterroso, that won't go. Crazy rebound by Hinogin. Cantorna. Now here's Golioso. Cantorna for three. Sends that baby home.
You know, this is the specialty of Cantorna, those three-pointers that time in a catch-and-shoot situation.
It's now Mandaluyong in the front seat by 2 points. Last 1 minute remaining. Offensive foul called on Juris San Juan as the Davao Red Cubs not on a roll here necessarily. Golioso. Miscommunication that time. Turnover for Mandaluyong.
So far, both teams have been very decent at taking care of the basketball. Only the fourth turnover for Mandaluyong, 3 for Davao.
Makinuwagan out to Juris. Great pass. Doliente for three. That won't go.
Well, that was a shot that Doliente could not convert in game 1. He had a couple of open three-pointers from the corner, just unable to convert and still struggling here in game 2.
And now, here's Carlos Cantorna. Another foul called. This time on Joaquin Wagan. So another set of free throws this time for Mandaluyong. Last 33 seconds of our first quarter. And Cantorna on the line, another great contributor for his team. Take note, Carlos Cantorna used to attend and used to play for the San Beda Red Cubs, which is basically the team he's playing against right now.
So a lot of familiarity for him. And of course, for the side of the Davao City Red Cubs, a lot of familiarity also of what he can do on the floor.
Tarpulid pa itong si Carlos Cantorna. Seems to be a fan favorite. As Joaquin Wagan will cross the ball at half court. Juris San Juan, where will he go? Takes it inside. Great find to Mondigo. However, a foul call again. So another stoppage and another set of free throws this time for the Red Cubs.
The Red Cubs have gone to the line a lot in the first quarter already. 9 attempts, but so far have only converted 3. So they're going to have to get better with their free throw marksmanship if they want to force that game 3.
First one is no good for Mondigo as the Red Cubs really struggling in that 15-foot line. Second one finally makes it. Just a 2-point lead right here by Manda. 15 seconds remaining. Andre Herrera has the ball to Hinogin. Last 10 seconds. Is he aware of the clock? Cantorna to Hinogin. Last 5 seconds. Hinogin screen from Tabinas. Cantorna fires. Is blocked by Doliente. And the last second attempt by Monterroso, but that won't go as the buzzer sounds, and that'll be the end of our first quarter. 16-14, a 2-point lead by the Mandaluyong Junior Michael Smith. And our extreme gaming move of the game. Cian Golioso to Carlos Cantorna. Cash money from that right wing area and kisses his fans. Blows some kisses. And again, that's a 2-point lead by Mandaluyong as we will return for the second quarter.
championship crown here in the junior MPBL. Earlier, I was able to speak with head coach Jay Cruz, and he told me that right after that hard-earned win, they immediately went to training to work on their lapses from the breaks of the game. Meanwhile, Russell Bayani will be playing on this match, although hindi siya 100% since iniinda pa nga rin niya yung dalawa niyang legs from his cramps, which resulted of him not playing during the second overtime. So let's see how these players will remain consistent as they eye to get the championship this afternoon. Sa ngayon, pasalamat muna tayo sa Extreme Gaming for bringing the fun dito sa Junior MPBL. Paalala lang that gaming is for 21 years old and above only. Keep it fun mga kaliga, game responsibly. Parental supervision is advised. Back to you, Cho and Coach Noy.
Very much Daphne for that report. As again, it's a 2-point lead here by Mandaluyong.
For both of these teams, actually all the teams still playing here in the finals. You know, it's already the Christmas, pretty much a Christmas break for some of the students, but no time yet for that as they have to attend basketball practices and try to prepare for the national finals.
Yeah, basketball is indeed live as Benedict Gaitos bingo from that right corner.
So returning from that mandatory 3-minute rest, Benedict Gaitos continuing to perform here in the finals.
Juris San Juan, now to Joaquin Wagan. Floater is good for Wagan.
So right now they're down by 3 as Mandaluyong is the team with a stronger start here in game 2. Let's see how the Red Cubs respond.
Nogin not able to convert 2 points on that fast break. Here comes Davao. Sahali left wing. Great pass to San Juan. However, a traveling violation call.
Couldn't feel the catch cleanly and was forced to shuffle his feet. Turnover forced by Mandaluyong. That's the 5th for Davao.
Baseline inbound right here by Gaitos. And a swipe away, but Golioso ends up with it. Golioso. Now to Gaitos. Cantorna once more. That won't go. Rebound here by Sian Golioso. Another attempt. That won't go. Tabina saves it. Great save as Cantorna able to catch that one. Mandaluyong. Great hustle. Cantorna for 3. Good shot. Was aware of the time, but that won't go. Offensive rebound. Another chance for Manda. Golioso converting for 2.
So once again, multiple shots at the basket for Mandaluyong. Davao really need to box out these very active guys from Mandaluyong.
And MJ Vailoses, a chance to shoot 2 on the line after a foul call on James Tabinas. Vailoses will miss the first one as Davao continues to struggle at the line.
So far for Mandaluyong, 8 offensive rebounds and 9 second chance points.
1 out of 2 that time for MJ. Just a 4-point lead here by Mandaluyong. Golioso calling up a play against Sahali. Gaitos for 3. That won't go. And a rebound by Davao. Here comes Joaquin Wagan bringing down the basketball. Inside to San Juan. Great find to Lorenzo. Not able to convert though is Davao. Here comes Golioso against Vailoses this time. Great passing right here. Attempt by Monterroso, won't go. Lorenzo with the board. Now Wagan. Monterroso trailing him. Lorenzo. Inside to Vailoses. Great defense by Monterroso. Sian Golioso is running. They will fire from the corner, in and out that time for Gaitos. As Joaquin Wagan brings down the ball.
That's a good setup for Gaitos, just unable to convert as Wagan draws a foul there.
6 minutes, 4 remaining in this second quarter. 4-point lead still by Mandaluyong, as Davao will have another chance on the line, but is not necessarily taking advantage of those.
So far, 5 out of 13 from the line for a low 38% for the Red Cubs, and with those 8 misses, and they're only down by 4 points. So that could be something that hurts them in the end game if this game remains close.
Wagan, the line, able to make the second one. Make that just a 2-point lead for Mandaluyong. Kirk Cañete, another premier point guard, checking in.
So you got the big three of Bailoses, Lorenzo, and Cañete back on the floor for Davao.
Golioso sends it back to him. Step back three. That won't go. Rebound by Bailoses against Hinogin. They will take their time. Lorenzo with a ghost screen. Takes it inside. No good for MJ. As Lorenzo able to find an opening on that putback.
That time, right place and the right time for Dre Lorenzo, as Bailos is a bit struggling here in game 2, only with a total of 4 points.
Casera called for a traveling violation as we have a tied ball game after that bucket from Dre Lorenzo.
And once again, it's in game 1, Mandaluyong just after a very slow start was able to catch up with Davao and just really hung around until the breaks of the game, favoring them in the second overtime. For Davao, they know they're in for a tough matchup here against the junior Micro Smith.
Cian Golioso able to swipe that ball away from Homalesa. Good for 2 points, giving them a 2-point lead. Lorenzo inside to Cañete. Hesitated on that one, not able to convert. A rebound by Monterroso, hands it to Golioso. Now Hinogin. Fearless drive. Will draw a foul and will shoot 2 at the line once more.
And Jebby Hinogin really putting pressure on that Davao City interior defense with that penetration. Just put his head down and went all the way to the rim.
Hinogin, first free throw is good off that lucky bounce, giving them a 3-point lead. The next one will give them a 2-possession gap.
So Mandaluyong taking advantage of their trips to the line, 5 out of 8 so far.
Cañete to Lorenzo as the drums beat very loudly. Another whistle, I believe, called on Golioso. So it is called on Cian Golioso.
Right now, the Red Cubs are trying to take advantage of their height inside, trying to look for the mismatches.
Four-point lead here by Mandaluyong. So 14 seconds to shoot right here. Another whistle. Another foul call on Mandaluyong, their 4th team foul. So no more fouls to give for Manda. Meanwhile, Davao just has 1 foul on their name. Cañete, where will he go? Sends it to Doliente in that right corner, takes it inside, scoops it up and in. Good for end 1.
finally rewarded for his aggressiveness in attacking the basket earlier. Could not convert anything, but this time just a crafty finish there with a scoop shot, able to fish for a foul and an opportunity for a three-point play for Francis Doliente.
And that power move brought to you by no other than Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of our junior MPBL. That won't go. Now here comes Mandaluyong. Gulioso has been steady for his squad. Cruz off Herrera, back to Gulioso against MJ. Where will they go? Back to a handoff for Hinogin against Cañete. Bumps Cañete. And a bad pass for Jevi Hinogin, as that is a shot clock violation.
That offense went nowhere that time for the Mandaluyong junior Micro Smith. The weave not really resulting into anything. Ball staying in the perimeter and then throwing it out of bounds. That turnover.
Cañete able to bring it down against Andre Herrera, who also played for San Beda, by the way. Here comes Batong Bakal. Opted for that pass. Awkward shot, won't go. Lorenzo, too big, too strong right there for Siam Golioso.
Well, actually turned out to be a good attempt there for Batong Bakal. Couldn't find the passing lane, forced to take that shot, but luckily Lorenzo had possession and another basket for Dre Lorenzo.
Deflected three-point attempt right there for Gaitos. Here comes Vailoses to Lorenzo, but fumbles that easy opportunity.
It should have been an automatic basket for Lorenzo, but rushed that shot.
Intercepted by MJ. Here comes Davao as Doliente, able to make up for that Dre Lorenzo miss. And that timeout is called by the Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith as they are trailing just by 2. 1 minute 12 remaining in the first half. Back to the ball game, just a 2-point lead right here for Davao, as Andre Herrera of Mandaluyong bringing it down. David Cruz back on the floor. Their captain Ball, who have been absent for most of the time during this season, but is a starter in today's game. The call on MJ Vailoses.
That's going to be the third personal foul on Vailoses, and once again getting entangled with Benedict Gaitos.
So a substitution right here as Julius San Juan entering for MJ. 14 seconds to shoot for Mandaluyong. David Cruz, baseline inbound, sends it to Punzalan, fires for 3. That won't go. Rebound by Juris. And here comes Kirk Cañete. Running, gives it inside to Lorenzo. Lalim na nun.
Better patience shown there by Lorenzo.
Andre Herrera against Kirk. David Cruz thought about that 3. nowhere to go, gives it to Earl. Andre Hera back to Año Nuevo, and a whistle.
That's a foul to give for the Red Cubs. That's the third team foul. So still can afford to give up one more foul before getting into the penalty.
It's David Cruz once more, this time sideline inbound. And it's Punzalan who receives it, but intercepted by Kirk Cañete. So great defense being shown here by Davao, as they are in the lead by 4.
That's going to be 2 shots for Davao because Mandaluyong already in the penalty.
So 2 free throws here for Kirk Cañete. 26 seconds remaining in this second. A chance to extend the lead to 5. And does. Actually 6 if he makes the second one. Again, Kirk Cañete, phenomenal guard. The stats won't really scream that, but still, nonetheless, if you've been watching him play, provides that steadiness for his squad.
Really the primary playmaker of Coach Nico Roldan.
And another call, this time it's Lorenzo going to the line.
So yet another miss from the foul line for the Davao City Red Cubs. That's already 10 misses from the line for them, and you know, if this game remains close, that could be something that might bite them in the end.
And no effect for Dre Lorenzo as he sinks that first free throw. Another loud drum noise to distract Lorenzo. 2 out of 2. Seems to have no effect on that young man. There's a timeout called right here by Mandaluyong. Junior Michael Smith, just 24 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Back to the ball game. 24 seconds remaining in this second quarter. 7-point lead here by Davao. The biggest lead of this game.
Coach Jay Cruz calling their final timeout in the first half. Hopefully they get a basket out of this and springboard them to a better performance in the second half.
David Cruz kicks it out. Hinogin now to Andre Herrera. Fires for 3. That is short. Last 4 seconds remaining. Cañete to De Lorenzo. Last second shot. That won't go, as we will end our first half with a score of 32-25. A 7-point lead here by the Davao City Red Cubs. And our extreme gaming move of the game. This sequence right here, that and one sequence coming from Francis Doliente, as they will need more of those if they really want to come back and tie the series up at 1-1. Again, it's 32-25, 7-point lead by Davao as we will return for the third quarter.
Welcome back to the 18 under of our Junior MPBL National Finals. At kasama ko nga ngayon si Assistant Coach Aldrin Lunas ng Team Davao Red Caps. Good afternoon, Coach. Nakita naman natin kanina earlier in the first half, 3 fouls agad itong si MJ. So, how do you think should the team react from this pagdating natin ng second half?
Kailangan mag-step up yung mga bench players namin para kay MJ. Saka stick pa rin kami sa game plan para manalo na yung game na to at ma-extend sa Game 3. Thank you.
Coach, meron po ba yung gustong pasalamatan ngayon or batiin mga nanonood po sa inyo?
Pinapasalamatan ko yung San Beda community, yan sa San Beda, sa Rizal, sa Mindiola, yung mga parents na nanonood dito. Saka binabati ko po yung parents ko sa Pangasinan, saka yung mga other staff na tumutulong sa amin sa team. Maraming salamat.
Thank you, Coach, and good luck po sa team ninyo. And don't go away dahil, of course, we will head on dito sa ating second half. Pero bago ang lahat, pasalamat muna tayo sa Extreme Gaming for bringing the fun dito sa Junior MPBL. Paalala lang that gaming is for 21 years old and above only. Keep it fun, mga kaliga. Game responsibly. Parental supervision is advised.
(32-25), entering our third quarter, 7-point lead by Davao, as Mandaluyong able to outscore Davao in that first quarter 16-14, 2 points. But Davao answering back a massive outscore burst with 18-9 in favor of them. So that's why they are leading by 7 right now, but still relatively just a really close lead, and anything can still happen.
That's right, and looking at the numbers in the first half, itong Davao from the field shooting 39% against just 27% for Mandaluyong, but surprisingly it's Mandaluyong out-rebounding Davao 23-21, and if you're Davao, the last thing you want is to allow once again itong Mandaluyong to get their points, their second chance points, because in the first half they gave up 10 offensive rebounds and 9 second chance points here for Mandaluyong. And also the turnover story, good performance for Davao City in the first half. In game 1, they finished with a total of 24 turnovers, which was converted by Mandaluyong into 27 points of turnovers. But so far in the first half, Davao only with 6 turnovers, so better job taking care of the ball. Leading scorers for both teams, Monteroso leading the way for Mandaluyong with 8 points and 7 rebounds, while for the Davao City Red Caps, it's Dre Lorenzo leading the way with 9 points.
And let's just hope that will be the same case in the second half for the Davao Red Cubs. However, take note, Bayani is back on the floor after being really restricted during that first half because of his 2 fouls. However, he is rejected that time. Monteroso, flawless shot.
Monteroso just nearly automatic around the mid-range area, and will be the first player in double digits for both teams.
Here comes Davao. Doliente screen from Winters inside to Almarlon, but will slip out of it. Ball goes to Manda.
So another turnover here for Davao, and if you're a Mandaluyong, you want to come out of the break with a lot of energy. You know, the Davao City Red Cubs looking to extend this to a game 3, but if you're the junior Mike Smith, that's the last thing you want, to be dragged into a game 3 against the Red Cubs.
Golioso back to Monteroso, mid-range jumper, that won't go. Rebound by Golioso, out to Monteroso, takes it inside, spin move. Got smothered though, will get his own ball. And a whistle by our officials. Ball will go with Davao as Monteroso caught stepping on the line.
So we're seeing here full court pressure defense being shown.
And another stoppage of the game.
It's Mandaluyong ball, as it was someone in the red jersey caught stepping on the baseline.
Baseline inbound right here. Finds Bayani, bodies his way inside, that is short. A rebound by Winters, here comes Wagan. Doliente finds an opening, does not convert. Sorry, miss right there. Here comes Monteroso to Tabinas. However, it's not a successful pass right there. It still will stay with them. It's Bayani on that baseline inbound.
Too tight of the pass there from Monteroso, but apologizing to the bench, quickly waved off by Coach Jay Cruz. Good intention right there.
Bayani to Monteroso, that won't go. Rebound by Winters, double teamed by Tabinas and Palad. Mandaluyong has it once again and is playing spectacular defense. Will shoot 2 from the line.
That's why you don't save that basketball towards your opponent's goal. Almost an easy basket there on the steal from Russell Bayani.
Correction, there is no free throws apparently. So it's Bayani once again in that baseline inbound. 23 seconds to shoot. Bayani finds Hinogin, out to Golioso for 3, won't go. Rebound by Lorenzo. Cañete forward pass to Doliente. Good, that fast break layup.
Making up for that sorry miss earlier in transition. Doliente now with 8 points.
Hinogan for 3, that won't go. Still for Mandaluyong. Cañete once more. To Doliente. Too strong. Bayani with the board. Nagmamadali. Here comes Bayani to Hinogin. Not able to convert. Both teams playing really good defense.
Triton also boxing out properly. No offensive rebounds for both teams.
Still no good for Davao, although that was a good move for Kirk Cañete. Here comes Golioso. Asking a screen from James Tabinas. Crossover move. Swiped away by Francis Doliente. Not able to convert, but Cañete is there to clean up his teammates' miss.
That's why you trail on that fast break opportunity that time. Clean up job for Kirk Cañete.
Hinogin off Golioso against Doliente. To Russell. The MVP, what will he do? Will kick it out instead. Hinogin fires. That won't go. Rebound by Dre Lorenzo. Cañete, forward pass. Both teams wrestling for it. Batong Bakal. Intercepted by Hinogin. This time Bayani against Lorenzo. Kicks it out. They will try for 3. Bingo!
After a series of 4 shots for Mandaluyong, that time it's Golioso patiently making that open shot.
Here comes Golioso off that miss from Davao. Hinogin back to Golioso. Hit a 3-pointer earlier. Tabina screen. Golioso fires once more. Won't go. Rebound. Basket and 1 for Jeffy Hinogin. And that power move brought to you by no other than Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL.
That time the Red Cubs failing to box out Hinogin and pays dearly for it. That lead down to just 4 points with an opportunity for Hinogin to cut it down to 3.
And more importantly, a chance to cut it to a 1-possession lead. As he does, converting that 3-point play. Now Davao, how will they respond? Wagan against Golioso. San Juan, great passing. Doliente. Batong Bakal, no go. And it will stay with Davao as a foul called on Casera.
Casera that time caught pushing.
Baseline inbound, Doliente to Lorenzo. Now here's Wagan in that right wing. 10 seconds to shoot. Lorenzo trying to be open, but Wagan, you reach, I teach. Good for 2 points.
Great offense right there for Wagan, pulling up for that mid-range jumper.
Here comes Mandaluyong. Hinogin got an end one a while ago. In and out for Jevy. Now here's Juris San Juan, able to escape that double team to Dre Lorenzo. Not able to execute his Davao. However, they will get the offensive rebound, but swiped away by Hinogin and a foul call on Juris San Juan.
Actually, a good foul there for San Juan with a foul to give. Would have been Mandaluyong off to the races there. But that's already the 4th team foul for Davao, so cannot afford to give up any more fouls.
So it's Jevy Hinogin, sideline inbound, hands it off to Golioso. 2:41 remaining in this 3rd frame. Cian Golioso, hesitation, gives it to Hinogin, now to Bayani. The MVP getting fouled by Vincent Mondigo. That means 2 free throws for Russell.
That time Mondigo failing to stay vertical due to the bump. by Bayani, and that's exactly what you want to do against lengthier defenders. You go into their body to negate their shot blocking abilities.
Russell Bayani fumbles that first free throw as Davao already in the penalty, although they are up by 5. Able to sink the second free throw, 1 out of 2 for the MVP.
Mandaluyong continuing to hang around, only down by 4.
Wagan to San Juan. Now batong bakal on that right wing. Back to Doliente. Won't go. Bayani gets a hold of it. Great pass from Russell Bayani and a conversion by Jevy Hinogin.
Great pass and great shot for Hinogin using the glass.
Under 2 minutes in this third frame as Wagan has the ball. They are up just by 2. Lawrence Batong Bakal against Bayani. Now San Juan against Tabinas. Back to Batong Bakal. Getting rattled. So it's a shot clock violation. The drums seem to have an effect on this Davao Red Cub squad.
And also that Mandaluyong defense starting to tighten here late in the third quarter.
Golioso against Joaquin Wagan. Now it's Hinogin, right wing, screen from Tabinas. Now at the corner. Where will he go? To Tabinas. Traveling violation, although that shot went in.
Good idea there for Hinogin to try and set up Tabinas. However, Tabinas just ran into a brick wall, shuffled his feet.
Now here's Joaquin Wagan against Cian Golioso. Sends it out. Joris San Juan takes it inside. Won't go. Bayani with the board. They bring it down. Bayani in traffic. Almost finishes, but will shoot 2 free throws once again for his squad. A chance to tie it up.
That's right, and Russell Bayani this time looking for his offense. He's been struggling with only a point to show in 12 minutes of play. Again, struggled with fouls in the first half and looking to get on track here in the second half.
However, first one is good for Bayani, and as well as the second one, make that 3 points for him. And more importantly, a tied ball game. Last 40 seconds of this third frame. Joaquin Wagan against Andre Herrera, able to bring it down half court. Here comes Lawrence Batong Bakal against James Tabinas. Batong Bakal almost lost it. And a whistle by our officials as there's an entanglement in that 15-foot area. And it will go with Mandaluyong after that sequence.
That's something that you expect in a game too. Bodies will be on the floor whenever that ball is right there.
Andre Herrera gives it to Hinogin as they bring the ball down. Possibly the last shot of this quarter, but spoke too soon. As that is a call, I believe, against Andre Herrera. And a little bit of scuffle as Bayani trying to talk to Herrera. We'll take a quick look on what transpired, just like what we did earlier. Herrera talking to our officials.
That time, Batong Bakal called for the loose ball foul. And then some extracurricular activities after that play.
So another look It was off the ball, just like the scuffle a while ago. And Herrera seemed to have hit a brick wall against Lawrence Batong Bakal, but we see a little bit of force right there, but I'm sure nothing intentional. Again, another look. I believe Doliente just really wanted to provide, or rather Batong Bakal wanted to provide a solid screen. However, kung si Andre Herrera, there was a mismatch at his size. So I think onting force lang na na-exert nito ni Batong Bakal. It really took a toll on Andre Herrera.
Yeah, but our referee is trying to look at what happened after that play.
So there was the bump and Andre Herrera. So there was a bit of interaction after that play. Still unclear who started it. But ultimately it will depend on our officials.
Okay, so the foul will go on Batong Bakal on a loose ball foul, and they're calling Wagan for a technical for some extracurricular activities there. Actually, really just trying to pacify things, but maybe too much excessive force on trying to make Herrera and just to separate Herrera and Batong Bakal.
So I think Coach Miko is wondering why si Joaquin Wagan ang tawagan. But again, based on the replay, kita natin, he had the intention of separating the players, but may onting lakas yung tulak eh.
Force, may ano eh, hindi, quote-unquote mali siya eh. It's not just pacifying things. So that's what the referees decided to call on for unsportsmanlike behavior.
So it's 2 free throws for Andre Herrera. Again, a former Red Cub. Him and Carlos Contorna, both former Red Cubs playing at the court right now.
So most likely familiar with the other players here on the red side.
Losses. Cañete forward pass. Great find from Cañete to Doliente once more.
Great eyes and great arm shown there by Cañete.
Hinogin last second attempt, but that won't go. And as the buzzer sounds, that will be the end of our third quarter. It's 40-38, just a 2-point lead here by the Davao Red Cubs. Our extreme gaming move of the game. This sequence coming from Joaquin Wagan. You reach, I teach. Good for 2 points. And another solid contributor for his squad. Hoping to have the same performance in that fourth quarter. Again, they are leading by 2 as we will return in the fourth and final frame. back to our matchup. It's 40-38. Once again, a 2-point lead by Davao. Mandaluyong again able to outscore Davao in the past third quarter, 13-8. So now it's Davao with the basketball. And a whistle as it was Mondigo stepping on the line.
This is now a very crucial juncture for both teams. Start of the fourth quarter, Davao only up by 2. And as we said in the pregame, we're expecting this to be a humdinger of a ball game. Expecting this to go down the wire.
And here comes Mandaluyong. Gulioso to Cantorna. Here comes Bayani, the MVP against Vailoses, our marquee matchup. Bayani kicks it out. Carlos Cantorna for 3. That won't go. Rebound by the MVP. However, it's swiped away by MJ Vailoses. Now here comes MJ on the break. Good for 2 against Carlos.
Vailoses not really having the greatest of ball games due to foul trouble, but now at 6 points to go, it's 6 rebounds. Of course, MJ Vailoses, a member of the mythical team here in the 18 and under division.
Golioso in traffic finishes for 2. Kawabonga.
Able to finish despite the contact right there is Golioso.
Here comes Davao. What will they do? How will they respond? Doliente has it. Vailoses against Tabinas. Vailoses kicks it out. And another call this time on Mandaluyong. But now, for the meantime, let's turn it over.
As much as head coach Mika Roldan doesn't want to have excuses from their loss, he would say it was solely them relying on MJ Vailoses that really took a toll from their defeat. So last few days they had training and viewing. Their goal is not just to win but to elevate their standards by bringing quality performance. Speaking of MJ, he has recovered from his minor sprained ankle injury, but he needs to be mindful of his personal fouls in the last 10 minutes of the game. Back to you, Cho and Coach Noy.
Thank you very much, Daphne, for that report. And just like what Daphne said, problem talaga ng Davao was that they were relying on MJ Vailoses too much. However, for the meantime, it's a power move brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of our junior MPBL of the glass. Another one for the hot shooting Monteroso.
Once again, will finish with a double-double right now with 12 and 11 for Mandaluyong after that 16-point, 15 rebound performance in Game 1.
Towering rebound by Juris San Juan. MJ Vailoses for 3. That won't go. A rebound by Hinogin. Here comes Golioso to Russell Bayani. Kicks it out. Golioso to Bayani against MJ. Our marquee matchup once more. Hinogin. Great passing right here. Monteroso short on that attempt that time. Here comes MJ in traffic. As San Juan are able to convert. Vailoses seems to have been limping. Bayani. Another body on the floor. Another call by our officials.
And if you remember in Game 1, itong si Vailoses suffered from a mild sprain but continued to play. And it was even reported during the second overtime period that he might no longer return in the game, but still he came back. So let's see if that could still be the same injury that's bothering him right now.
Hinogin for 3, overshoots it. Almost an offensive rebound by Mandaluyong. However, another call on the Davao Red Cubs. 4th foul for MJ.
That could be quite the development there as Vailoses will be called for his 4th personal foul. Really has struggled to find a rhythm due to fouls.
another look on what happened. Seems to have been off ball once again. And again, it was unclear. I think MJ had a hand that time, but nonetheless, it's Mandaluyong ball. Golioso for 3. Crazy shot won't go. Even crazier rebound and crazier bucket by Jeffy Hinogin.
Once again, unable to box out are the Red Cubs as Bailoses will go down. Seems to have been hit in the jaw.
Bailoses looks to have gotten hit on the face.
Incidental hit with the head of Hinogin right there.
So still on the floor. It's not looking good for Davao. And again, he is, I believe, the best player on that team.
Easily one of the best players in the 18 and under division. Again, a mythical team member together with the MVP Russell Bayani of Mandaluyong Junior, Michael Smith.
And here comes Lorenzo of Cavite. Good for 2 points.
So a spate of fours on the scoreboard. We're tied at 44. Lorenzo scoring and being the second player in double digits for Davao.
Bayani, nowhere to go, and a swipe away that time. And it will go to Davao.
So it's a third personal foul on Bayani, the second team foul for Mandaluyong.
And now it's Cañete bringing down the basketball. What will they do? Kicks it out. San Juan in and out for Juris. Now here comes Mandaluyong. Golioso to Hinogin and that left wing. Hands it off to Bayani in that low post. Bayani kicks it out. Monterroso once more. No good on that mid-range. Hinogin. How many offensive rebounds has he got? No good in that putback. Both teams wrestling for it. As Mandaluyong still has it. Golioso. Hinogin fires. Won't go. Rebound by Juris San Juan.
Finally completing that defensive possession is Davao.
No go. However, Dre Lorenzo able to clean up his teammates' mess.
So back-to-back baskets coming from Dre Lorenzo. Very much needed for the Davao City.
Golioso fires. That won't go. It will go with Davao.
Looks like Bailoses will be back for one final push for Davao. Remember, already has 4 personal fouls, nursing an ankle injury and a hit to the face earlier.
And now, here's MJ. Bailoses. Now to Batong Bakal. Won't go. Lorenzo with the putback once again.
6 straight points for Dre Lorenzo. Has given the lead back to the Red Cubs at 4.
More importantly, it's a 2-possession game for Davao. Bayani inside with a bump, not able to convert yet again. However, Hinogin playing out of his mind.
Get another offensive rebound right there for Mandaluyong. That's already 23 for them.
Inside, Bailoses lost the handle. It will stay with Davao.
Going back to that point, that's already the 5th offensive rebound for Hinogin. Monterroso naman already with 8 offensive rebounds. So those offensive rebounds starting to hurt the Davao Red Cubs.
Cañete. kicks it out. Doliente for three, won't go. Over the backboard, out of bounds, ball will go with Manda.
That three-point shot not really working for the Red Cubs in this ball game. Only has yet to hit any out of 7 3-point attempts, while Mandaluyong also struggling, converting on only 3 out of their 28 attempts.
Now, it's Mandaluyong. De Rozo won't go. Rebound by MJ. It will go with Davao after a whistle.
So that's 3 team fouls for both teams.
It's called on Gaitos. As it will be baseline inbound for Davao. Full court pressure being applied here by Manda. Vailoses has the basketball against Monterroso. Hands it off to Cañete. Back to MJ. Hands it off. Cañete to MJ once more. Kicks it out. Doliente fires for 3. Rebound by Earl Año Nuevo.
Still nothing falling from the outside for Francis Doliente.
Hinogin hands it off to Palad. Another handoff to Sian. And here's Palad to Golioso. Against Kirk Cañete, a screen from Earl. Fires for 3, won't go. Out of bounds, it will go with Davao.
That's a good stop for Davao as they bring in Wagan for Doliente, who has just been misfiring from the outside.
Cañete against Palad. Inside pass, almost fumbles it. Lorenzo not able to convert. Palad ends up with it. Now here's Golioso. Now to Hinogin against MJ Vailoses. A screen from Earl. Mid-range jumper by Jevy. That is good. Nothing but net for Jevy Hinogin.
Hinogin fast becoming Mr. Clutch for Coach Jay Cruz. Ties the ball game at 48.
Spoke too soon as Kirk Cañete converts, giving his team a 2-point lead. Timeout called here by Coach Jay Cruz. Back to the ball game after that timeout from Coach Jay Cruz as they are trailing by 2 after that Kirk Cañete getaway. Just 2 minutes 27 remaining as stakes are becoming much higher and pressure starting to press onto their shoulders. Hinogin against Wagan, a screen from Earl. Thought about that 3. Golioso against Kirk Cañete. Golioso once more fires, sends that baby home. That will give Mandaluyong a 1-point lead.
That's a great setup there by Hinogin with the penetration, opening up a spot-up opportunity for Golioso, who knocks it down and gives the Mandaluyong Junior Micro Smith back the lead. So right now for Davao with 2:05 remaining, a very crucial possession right here. So that's why they're calling a timeout. And once again, we're expecting a very close matchup here. If you're the Davao City Red Cubs, you want to to score in this possession, just so you give value to the timeout that they just called. But not necessarily a must-score situation for them, but the best basket available should be the shot that they take. While for Mandaluyong, a stop here will definitely swing the momentum on their favor.
Make that 12 points for Cian Golioso. It's Kurt Cañete. Gave them the lead a while ago. Last 2 minutes of this ball game. Batong Bakal escapes, gives his team the lead.
Great read there for Batong Bakal. Saw an opening, quickly taking it for that 2 points to get the lead back.
Now here's Hinogin. Attacks the lane, that is short. Rebound by MJ. And a foul call, I believe, on Monteroso or Bayani.
I think the foul will go on Monteroso. That will be the fourth team foul for Mandaluyong. But only the third personal foul on Monteroso. By losses on the rebound, Monteroso caught with a foul on the reach. But should be a regular foul. And if your MJ Bailos is really just reacting that way because he's already been hit in the face here in the second half.
Cañete to Dre Lorenzo. Again, they have the lead at 1 point. Wagan to Vailoses, top of the arc. Inside to Lorenzo, not able to find an opening as Bayani called for another foul.
You're seeing him clutching his right ankle right there. That's also the fourth personal foul on Russell Bayani, which should be a development here with 1 minute and 22 remaining in regulation.
Still an ample amount of time, 1 minute and 22 for Mandaluyong to do something. Another look on that one. Vailoses able to find and locate Lorenzo, but Bayani called for a foul. So if ever that is a opportunity for Dre Lorenzo at the line,
where itong Davao City has struggled, only converting half of their shots, 10 out of 20. And at this point, free throws definitely going to be crucial for both teams.
It's Lorenzo. First one is good. Flawless shooter as ever. That is Dre Lorenzo, giving his team a 2-point lead. A 3-point lead will give them a much more comfortable cushion. Second one on the way. 2 out of 2 for Dre Lorenzo, as he's been really contributing a lot for his squad. However, a timeout is called right here by Coach Jay Cruz. 3-point lead here by Davao, 1 minute 22 remaining. Back to the ball game. It's Carlos Cantorna on that sideline inbound as they are trailing by 3. Golioso to Cantorna. Back to Golioso. Looks like they will settle from outside. Hinogin to Golioso to Cantorna. Won't go. However, they will get an offensive rebound, a chance to tie it up. Gaito still no good. Another chance right here. What will they do right now? Hinogin. Spin move. Crazy shot. That won't go. A rebound by Lawrence Batong Bakal.
Finally, a defensive rebound, but they throw the basketball away.
Lorenzo losing a hold of that basketball. And a timeout is called right here by the junior Mandaluyong Microsmith as we take another look in that one. Yes, last touch was from Dre Lorenzo. Wagan tried to save it, but it was too late. So again, ball will go with Mandaluyong as they call a timeout. 45 seconds remaining. (54-51), 3-point lead again by Davao as Mandaluyong will have a chance to cut it to 1 or to tie it up at 54. Monteroso to Gaitos, no hesitation, won't go. Rebound by Wagan, however, is swiped away by Carlos. Here comes Mandaluyong. Golioso, free, not able to tie it up. Vailoses has it. To Wagan, to Cañete rather, almost lost it. Will continue to do so.
8-second violation on the Davao Red Cubs. So, you know, they're making the stops. They're just not completing the defensive possession with a rebound, giving up too many offensive rebounds to Mandaluyong, already 26 total. And then, on the one time that they complete the defensive possession, being called for an 8-second violation.
Cantorna gives it to Golioso. What will they do? Carlos Cantorna not putting that one in, as they had a lot of chances to tie this ball game up, but wasn't successful so far.
And now the Davao Red Cubs will have to put the game away from the free throw line, where they have struggled mightily in this ball game, already missing on 10 free throws. I think it's the first trip to the line for Lawrence Batong Bakal. No, actually misses first 2 from the line.
However, have seemed to warmed up himself and makes that first one 2-possession game. It's not looking good for Manda.
But right now, I don't think they have any more timeouts left.
Second one is good for Lawrence as well. Make that a 5-point lead. Monteroso. Basket and one by Monteroso.
Monteroso just continuing to amaze on the floor. Now a total of 14 points to go with 14 boards. And keeping Mandaluyong alive. Right now for Davao, even if Monteroso makes this, they will be tested from the free throw line. You know, Mandaluyong will try to go for the steal. If not, they're gonna have to give up a foul right away.
That is a power move brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL. That is a miss for Monteroso. Rebound by Dre Lorenzo. Crucial rebound. As Hinogin opted to foul Batong Bakal that time.
Dre Lorenzo leads the Davao Red Cubs in scoring in this game, but more importantly, the rebounds. Being able to control the defensive boards has really been very important, especially in those last few possessions that they couldn't complete those defensive possessions with a rebound.
First one is good for Batong Bakal, trying to seal the game. 2-possession game. Batong Bakal to further really secure their win. 8.6 seconds remaining. No good. Rebound by Monteroso. Lost it. And Viloses will just wait it out. And that will do it. Final score is 57-43. A 4-point W for Davao, and more importantly, a W that will tie the series up at 1-1. Davao just really held on until the last minute, last second, as our Extreme Gaming move of the game features MJ Viloses on that fast break, turning on the Jets for 2 points. And again, it's a big victory here for the team of Davao City. It was a close game, actually whole game close, but until the very end, Davao was able to just be the better team, able to convert those crucial free throws by Lawrence Batong Bakal, of course.
And of course, ito nga, Viloses struggled in this ball game, but there with the finish, but the Davao Red Cubs really struggle all game long with Mandaluyong really just keeping in step with them, but in the end game being able to control the defensive rebounds and being able to make the free throws. The exact team that made Mandaluyong competitive. Davao just cleaned everything up and will force that game 3.
And now let's turn it over to Miss Daphne Cristobal for our Extreme Gaming Player of the Game.
Job is not yet done, and ngayon kasama nga natin ang ating best player of the game, Dre Lorenzo. Congratulations to you and your team. We will be extending this series into Game 3. You scored a double-double performance, 17 points and 13 rebounds with 2 blocks. Nakita naman natin nung Game 1, nanakaw yun sa inyo, pero ngayon bumawi kayo dito sa Game 2. Hindi naging madali, dikitan lang. Grabe yung physicalities. How do you feel that you guys will be heading on sa ating Game 3?
Kahit na po na nahirapan kami sa Game 1, bumawi kami para gawin yung mga kailangan namin gawin para matalo namin yung kalaban and yung mga advantages namin sa kanila. Yan lang po.
Dre, meron ka bang gustong pasalamatan ngayon mga families or friends mo?
Unang-una, pasalamat kay Lord dahil binigay niya sa akin itong best player, and shoutout sa mga family ko sa Taytay na nanonood, and sa mga coaches, teammates namin, and sa buong San Beda community. Yan lang po.
Once again, congratulations to you and to the rest of the Davao Red Cubs. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Daphne. Once again, our Extreme Gaming Player of the Game, no other than Nicolas Dre Lorenzo, helping his team tie the series up at 1-1 and a chance to win the championship for our next game, Game 3 of this series. However, still props to the Mandaluyong Junior Micro Smith, as Golioso, Hinogin, Monteroso all scoring above 10 points, and everyone really contributing. However, Davao just really proved themselves to be the much bigger team and to have also synced their free throws, considering that they were struggling in that aspect during the first quarter. So congratulations to your Davao Red Cubs. And stay tuned, because our next game will feature the national finals of the 16 under between the 8-8 Quezon City Junior Giants and still the Davao City Red Cubs, this time with a 16 under division. And once again, this is your Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.